There's a couple of interesting ones in here. Garnet Hathaway, I really like. 4x2 mil. He's a good energy bottom six piece. I like that fit. He's not a guy with top six potential, and that's where the Oilers need to be prioritizing right now. I think you can bring back a Costin. I think, if you lose both Bukestad and Janmark, then maybe you have the money to spend 2 mil on a Garnet Hathaway. Sure. I think he could help. He's interesting. I actually just think the Oilers, I think he gets more than this, is my point. I think he could get like 3x3 or maybe like 4x2.5. And I think at that point, it's a bit too rich.
Yeah. I mean, if you had the option to bring back Derek Ryan, I'll go with the Garnet Hathaway. Who would you go with? Hathaway?
Well, like Hathaway's a better player, but Derek Ryan's going to be less than half the price.
True.
The rest here, whatever GM gives Jason Zucker $5.4 million on a 5-year deal should be fired immediately. The GM that gives John Klingberg anything close to $5 million should also be fired immediately. James Van Riemsdyk, 1 year by 1.8. I don't understand. I feel like this is a borderline typo. Like, that guy should be making more money.
Yeah, I mean, if JVR is available for that much, the others should probably take a swing at him. I guess right winger who's known to score in the NHL. It's been a weird little couple of months for JVR after getting traded and not traded. So I mean, hey, if the summer comes around, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a typo on his contract and he made like $5 million less than he should.
Like, I have a funny feeling he ends up back in New Jersey, or he ends up in New Jersey. That's where he's from ultimately. That would make sense to me. They're looking for some talent with Heeshire and Hughes. They might lose Eric Holla. Maybe they get Van Riemsdyk for dirt cheap. I think I would almost be willing to go 3x3 with JVR. Again, he's older. Like, what's it? He's 34. 3x3, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do 3x3. I would do a 2-year deal for JVR, though. Let me give you his goal totals the last few years. 12 goals in 61 games last year. Coming off a down year. No one's saying he's not. Year before that, 24 and 82, 17 and 56, 19 and 66. Then before that, 27 and 66. He's been really productive the 4 years before this one. I don't buy that his game has fallen off that big of a cliff. I think JVR could be a really interesting add for this Oilers team.
I'm with you. I think if JVR kind of starts falling deeper into the free agency period and he's cheaper option for the team, then why wouldn't you take the shot at that guy who has proven he can score in the NHL on numerous occasions? So it's kind of what the others need in that top six, I think. Just another player who can find the back of the net, which they were kind of missing on the right wing with Yamo this year.
You give JVR 2x2.5, you move Yamo, you've saved $1 million, and you've gotten a consistent 20-goal guy to plop into your top six. I think that could be a slam dunk kind of move. I'm just worried if he'd sign here is kind of my thing. I think if he's taking a low-cost deal to be on a contender, he will probably do it with an American team, considering he's American. Let's keep moving along here. Get to 36 through 40 on Frank Saravalli's top free agent list. Pierre Engvall potentially getting $4 million. If some team signs him to 4x4, I would bet a lot of money he's bought out by the end of that. David Kampf is interesting to me, Liam. I think if Nick Bukestad prices him out of the Oilers market, if he gets like 2x2.25 somewhere, and you could get Kampf for like 2x1.75, I think that's an interesting 4C for this club.